Welcome back to the next Biz Thing, the show where we shine a spotlight on businesses that are reshaping their industries with innovation, clarity, and service. Today, we're diving into a niche but incredibly important part of the insurance world: part-time motor trade insurance. Specifically, we're going to unpack how one service, based in the UK, is doing it better than anyone else by tailoring their offerings to individuals who work in the motor trade industry on a part-time or casual basis. Let's start by painting the picture. Maybe you're someone who buys and sells cars on the weekends. Maybe you're a mobile mechanic, one of those heroes who show up in all weather, tools in hand, to get someone's vehicle back on the road. Or maybe you run a small repair shop out of your garage, building up a side business that's as much a passion as it is a trade. Whatever your setup looks like, you fall into a group that often gets overlooked by traditional insurance models: the part-time trader. The problem with most conventional motor trade insurance is that it's built for full-timers. Big businesses with fleets of vehicles, multiple employees, and high premiums. These policies are comprehensive, sure, but they're also expensive, rigid, and frankly, not designed for someone doing trade work on evenings and weekends. That's where the company we're spotlighting today comes in. They specialize exclusively in part-time motor trade insurance, and their mission is simple: to help individuals working casually or on the side in the motor industry get the right level of coverage without overpaying and without unnecessary complexity. Their team brings years of experience to the table, and they're focused on doing one thing really well: finding tailored insurance solutions that fit the unique needs of part-time traders. This means they're not trying to upsell you into a bigger, bloated policy. They're not sending you through a maze of forms or pushing one-size-fits-all solutions. Instead, they work closely with some of the leading UK insurers, leveraging a wide network of providers to compare quotes and offer you a plan that fits your specific situation. And let's be honest, for a lot of part-time motor traders, insurance can feel like a minefield. You might be dealing with questions like, do I need road risk insurance or just liability? What if I only work 2 weekends a month? Can I insure a few cars under my name, or do I need a trade plate? The beauty of their service is that they cut through the noise. They understand the language of the industry, and just as importantly, they understand the language of the everyday person who's trying to navigate it. This company doesn't just sell policies. They provide clarity. They make it easy to understand what kind of cover you need and why. If you're involved in vehicle sales, repair, servicing, or even valeting, they'll help you sort out the specifics. Are you operating from home? That's not a problem. Are you using your personal vehicle for business purposes? They know exactly how to get that insured properly without tripping over legal requirements or missing key details. But beyond just understanding the technical side of things, this company prides itself on customer service. And that's not just lip service. One of the standout qualities we found while researching them is how much emphasis they put on communication. Every client, whether they're running a weekend side hustle or hoping to eventually grow into a full-time operation, gets personalized, friendly, and honest support. That human element is so crucial, especially in industries that are often drowned in red tape and jargon. Let's talk briefly about the types of coverage they offer, because this is important. First up is road risk insurance. This is essential for anyone driving vehicles that they don't own, such as customer cars or cars intended for resale. If you're test driving a car before buying it, moving it from one location to another, or just need to insure a vehicle temporarily, road risk insurance gives you the legal cover to do so. Then there's liability insurance. This is especially crucial for mobile mechanics or those operating out of a home garage. If a customer's vehicle is damaged in your care, or if someone is injured while on your premises, liability insurance protects you from what could be major legal and financial consequences. Some part-time traders may also benefit from combined motor trade insurance, which bundles together different coverages, road risk, liability, and tools, equipment insurance, into a single policy. This is ideal for people who want a more complete safety net, even if they're not operating at full-time capacity. What's impressive is that all these options are presented in a way that makes them flexible. This means you're not locked into a long-term plan if your business is seasonal, and you're not paying for coverage you don't need. They get that your situation might change, and their policies are designed to adapt with you. And speaking of adaptability, their quote process is incredibly streamlined. No unnecessary hoops, no long waiting times. You can speak to someone directly, someone who understands your trade and your needs, and get set up quickly. It's efficient without sacrificing the depth of service. In today's gig economy, the part-time worker is becoming more and more prominent. Side businesses are booming, and the traditional 9-to-5 job isn't the only way people are earning a living anymore. Whether you're working from your own home garage or a rented workshop, doing trade work as a hobby or a secondary source of income, it's essential to have the right protection in place. Not just because the law requires it, but because your time, tools, vehicles, and reputation are all valuable. What's also worth noting is how compliance is built into everything they offer. In the motor trade, the legal landscape can get complex quickly. There are rules around trade plates, vehicle registration, MOT handling, and much more. Having a policy that's not just affordable, but also fully compliant with UK law, means you're not risking fines, penalties, or worse, business closure. Their team helps you stay on the right side of the rules, so you can focus on running your trade, not navigating bureaucracy. And let's not forget about peace of mind. That might sound like a throwaway phrase, but in the context of small and part-time businesses, it really matters. Knowing that if something goes wrong, you're covered. That's a huge psychological benefit. If a customer complains, if a car gets damaged, if something unexpected happens during a job, your insurance policy steps in to protect not just your business, but your mental bandwidth too. We talk a lot on this show about scalability, how businesses grow from small beginnings into something much larger. And here's the thing, part-time traders today can be full-time business owners tomorrow. Starting smart with solid foundations like the right insurance is part of that growth. This service doesn't just cater to where you are, they help position you for where you're going. So, if you're in the UK and you're working in the motor trade on a part-time basis, whether that means flipping a few cars a month, repairing engines from your garage, or running a mobile mechanic business out of a van, this company is offering exactly what you need. Affordable, clear, flexible insurance policies paired with great service and true understanding of the trade. It's a refreshingly no-nonsense approach to a part of the industry that desperately needs it. We often talk about how innovation isn't always about building the next piece of tech or disrupting the digital world. Sometimes, innovation is about seeing the underserved, hearing what they need, and building something specifically for them. That's exactly what's happening here, an old-school industry brought into the modern age with transparency, efficiency, and a whole lot of human care. So, whether you're just starting out or you're already deep into your trade, do yourself a favor. Get the right cover from the right people. With the kind of support, clarity, and flexibility they offer, you'll be in a stronger position not just today, but as you grow your business into the future. That's all for today on the next Biz Thing. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, we'll see you next time with more innovators who are changing the game, one brilliant idea at a time.